Hello everybody, this is Vinayak from Works for Lifetime, and in this tutorial I'm going to tell you about the Nano command which you can use in your Linux VPS or a dedicated server to edit or view the files if you are trying to view a file or want to make changes in a specific file. So before starting the video, I would like to tell you briefly about the nano command. Basically, nano command gives you a easy access. It is just like the v command or the vim command, which is used to edit the files in Linux operating systems. You can see that nano is very easy to use and it is available across all the Linux distributions. And now let's start with the tutorial. So you can view all of these commands which are mentioned in our blog, which is present at vox4.com. First of all, if you want to install the nano command, you have to make sure your repositories are updated. For updating your repositories, we have to do a sudo apt update, which will update our repositories, which is a very important thing to do if you are running Linux to always have the latest available packages. After this, you can optionally do a apt upgrade if the packages are there which need update. And now for installing the Nano, what we have to do is we have to do in apt install Nano. If you are running as a root user, you don't have to do the sudo, but if you are not running the command as a root user, you have to add the sudo command as well. As you can see that the nano command is already installed in my Linux VPS, so I don't need to download it again and again. It will not allow me to download it. Just like this, let's say if you are on the CentOS or RHEL or Alma Linux or Rocky Linux, you can use the yum command for that. And if you are on Fedora, you can do the DNF. Just like this, let's say I just want to check the version of the Nano, which version is running on my particular terminal or the VPS. I will be doing nano space hyphen version. And you can see that the Nano is at version 6.2. And now let's get started with the basic commands on how you can edit a file. So let's say I'm having a file named test.sh. Okay, and I want to edit this file. What I have to do is we have also listed the command over here that we have to do nano space file name. For the file name that is test.sh, I'll be doing nano test.sh, and you can see that there are some lines or some contents which are present in this particular file. Now I just want to edit a line over here and write in hi, this is a test line written by Nano. Next up, if I want to exit the editor while saving the changes, I have to do a control plus X. And as you can see that it is asking me if I want to save the buffer. I'll have to press Y, that I will do now. And if I want to save the file as the same name which it originally had, yes, I will be doing a enter. And the file is saved. Suppose I want to view if the changes were saved in the file. What I can do is I can reapply the nano command and you can see that the changes are present in the file now. Or we can do is we can do a cat, that is cat space test.sh. And yes, you can see over here as well that line is present which we just wrote right now. In this case, like I just want to navigate to a particular area in a file. What I can do is I can go into Nano editor and there are various things which we have to make sure of. Let me show you that as well. From here I will open a file nano test1.txt. You can see over here that this green square or the rectangle which is present is the cursor of our editor. Now, if I just press anything, the cursor will go forward, it will move forward, and we can check for the files, like where the position is of the current editor. Now, at this stage, if we want to view the shortcuts, which I showed you right now, which was Control plus X to exit, they are present in the shortcut guide, which is present at the bottom. Like this over here is the shortcut guides which we can follow to make our work simple. We also have a status line gives us the status of our file. So let's say this current new file which is present over here, it is a status line. Now if I press a Control X, this will be the status for the file which will be asking me for saving the buffer if I want to save the modified buffer. Just like this, there are some navigation keys which are present and very much usable in the Nano editor. So for that, you can see that we are having first of all the arrow keys which we can use to navigate. So let me just go over here and open the previous file. Now, if I press a arrow, I can navigate down and up and right and left using the navigation keys. Just like this, let's say if I want to go to the beginning of the line, first of all, let me go to this line. Now, if I want to go to this line, which contains a bash, which is used for specifying the type of file, I can hit Control A. So let me do that. I'll hit Control A, and as soon as I hit the Control A, what will happen? It will make my file, the cursor will go in the top of the line. Just like that, if I want to execute any another things, let's understand, I just want to move to the end of the line. What I have to do is I have to get over there and press Control E. So it will take me to the end of the line. Just like that, let me show you once again. We are in the Nano right now, and let's understand I'm over here. And if I press Control A, I will go into the first line. It will start taking it. And now if I press Control E, it will take me to the end of the line. Just like this, it is very good command if you want to select some particular text as well. Now, if you want to edit some files or edit a text in Nano, so let's suppose I have to cut these lines. What will happen is I have to press Control K, and you can see all of those lines got removed from the file, which was basically a cut function. Now, instead of there, I will to paste those lines over the else in this line. Now, I can do that by using the paste command, which will be Control U. So now I'll head over here and press Control U, and yes, you can see over here that the command or the file text was pasted over here. Next, as you can see that the text from the file is selected. What I can do is I can copy it using the Control Shift and the Control. What I can do is I can copy it right now. So I will do that. And as soon as the copy is done, I can again paste it over here using the same command, which was Control U. So now we have to paste Control U. And yes, you can see that the file got pasted over here. The text of the file is pasted. Just like this, if I want to get the redo or undo, I can do that using the Alt plus U. Although if you are using MacBook or a Mac OS, what you have to make sure of is instead of the Alt command, you will be having the Option button for that. So you can press the Alt button in Windows and the Option button in the Mac. Now let's say you just want to save a file, and for saving the file you can hit Control O, and you can see it is same as pressing Control X. Next, let's say I just want to use this file for any another extension as well. I can specify that over here and press enter. Just like this, you can save any existing files which are present or you are working on them in Nano. Now let's say you just want to search for the text in the file and replace it. For searching the text, we have to press Control W. Let's take another file for example, which will be nano del.sh, or we can take another file for example that would be nano names.txt. Sorry. Now what I have to do is from this code or this text, I want to select some text. So for that, I can do the Control W. So I'll hit Control W, and you can see the search pop-up just popped out right now. Now let's say I just want to search for LIFE and I have to press enter. So you can see that the life got highlighted for a second, and that means that we can find it the any of the text which is written in a file using the control W. Now, let's say I just want to paste or do a line numbering on any of the file. So let's take nano space names dot txt for example. And in this file, I just want to enable a line numbering. What I can do is I have to do a hyphen L in the beginning of the file. I have to go to nano hyphen L names dot txt. And you can see that the line numbering has came along with the text which was written in our file. This is very useful if you want to navigate among the file using the line numbers or some special characters. Let's take an example. You want to configure the syntax highlighting, which will be very good for highlighting any of the syntax which is present in a file. You can do the include and include this c.nano rc file which is present in our system. So I go back, and what I can do is I can open the same file again, go to the bottom of the file and paste it. Just like this, next if I exit the file by pressing Ctrl X, then Y and then enter, we can specify the same thing as well. So what will happen using this is we have also written that is very usable for coding. Okay. And now if I want to work with multiple file or multiple buffers in this case, like multiple buffer over here refers to the multiple files which are open. What I can do is I can go over my terminal. I can do nano space names dot txt space names dot sh, and you can see over here that two are the total number of files which are open right now, and this is the file number one which we are viewing right now. Just like this, if I want to navigate to the second file, I have to press the Control X. So if I press Control X, you can see that the file got closed and we now got to the second file. And just like this, I want to, let's say, set a word wrapping about how much the width of the word should be. I can do that by Control J. And if I don't want to press the Control J, I can also do it by using the set no wrap. Let's set it in our file by using set space no wrap. And like this, you can do it in the files. And we have to do it in our .nano rc file, which is present for the root users or in the nano configuration file. Now, let's say I just want to do a autocomplete for various files which are present. For that, I have to enter my nano rc file. That will be nano space dot slash nano rc. And in this file, I have to set the auto completion tags like this set match brackets which we are using over here. We have to set it. Next, so let's say I just want to set the tab spacing for some reason. I can do that by going over here, and I have to do nano. Now I can add all of this. So let's say I just want to set the no wrap. I can write it over here. And like, let's say I just want to set the tab size or spacing, which is also used for tab size. Now I can just paste it in the next line in my nano rc file. And what I have to make sure is after editing the nano rc file, I have to restart it for it to take changes, because in some scenarios it does not get automatically restarted. We have to force restart it. Now, examples, I'm inditing new lines. I can do that by setting the auto. Let's copy it and go in my terminal and paste it. Just like this, let's say I just want to enable some color schemes. For example, let's say I want to enable a specific color. I can do that by specifying the colors in my nano rc file. Now, I just want to customize the shortcuts of file. So let's understand, I just am going to save a file with the name next. I just want to save this file which is with the name main. What I have to do is bind it with some particular keys to perform the action and paste the command in my nano RC file. In the next part, we'll dive into disable the helplines which were present in the bottom of the file, which is also the helplines are also called the shortcut lines. I can specify that by using the no help. Next, set it as well. I'll be doing set no help. Now, what will happen if I close this file? For example, if I just close the file, Control X, Y, enter, and I have to run a source space. Next, we have to do for the nano RC. After this, we have to do slash dot nano rc. Coming up, I'll explain how to troubleshoot some issues which we can face while using the nano command. That can be a permission denied error. Let's say I just am unable to save any file due to the permission issues. Is I can do the sudo nano and then the etc of config file. Like etc is a root level folder which should be only accessed by the advanced users or the users who have administrator in Linux. I'll be copying it over here. And you can see that I can create a file named config file, which will be helpful for me on doing this. I can go over the file and I can edit it. Now, let's move forward and discuss some unresponsive files which are not opening or not working at the moment, or the nano editor freezes. What I can do is use the control C, which is used to cancel the current action. Let's say this is the file and I want to cancel it. So I'll be pressing control C, and you can see that the line number 1 on 100, it means that it cancelled the current operation. And now we have to press the control plus Z, control Z, and it will suspend the action. And now in the following section, we'll explore how to use Nano for creating a bash script. Coming up, I'll explain how we can go over to our terminal. Now we have to write in Nano space test nano dot sh, and this will create a file named testnano.sh. And as soon as we enter the bash script or any of the things, we will be able to create a bash script using the nano editor. Coming up, let's say you just want to make it executable. You have to write the command chmod, which is used to change the permission of the script. And we can do that by creating a sh file. Now, for example, echo command, and after echo, let's say hello. Now if I save the file and I do the chmod space plus x space our file name, which will be test nano.sh, the file will be executable file because we use the plus x to make it executable. Next, just I want to do a remote editing of a file using SSH. What I can do in that case is I have to head over to our terminal or command prompt in case of Windows. I'm going to terminal, and from my terminal I can use the command SSH. That will be SSH space the username and hostname. In my case, the username is root and the hostname is vinayak.vox4.com. You can also use your IP address as well. And as soon as I press enter, you can see that it asks me if I want to continue. Yes, I want to continue. Now I have to enter the password of my SSH machine, which I can grab using the Vox4 console. Next, you can see that I'm logged into my SSH console from terminal of MacBook. Now I can type in nano space test.sh, and you can see that I am able to edit the file over here using terminal of my own. Terminal is also version of command prompt in Mac OS. In Windows, you have the command prompt. In macOS, you have terminal. Take this scenario. I want to use custom macros in my configuration. So what I have to do is I have to edit my nano RC file again and add this line for adding the custom macros. So I'll head over to the terminal. Now I have to paste this line in my Nano RC file. Again, we have to go to our Nano RC. Now I have to enter the command over here. I'll be pasting it. Next, if I save the modified buffer, at this stage, the custom macros will be enabled. And I have already shown you about the keyboard shortcuts which we can use for navigation. It comes to the frequently asked questions, which we have already answered on our blog about how I can check my current line numbers. You can use the Control C command. For an example, I want to check that for this file. You can see that it is currently editing by some another user. And if we want to edit the file by us, we have to press enter. How to do is I have to press Control C or Option C, and it will show me the line number now. Just like this, let's say I just want to view my Nano RC file. We have to type in the Nano and then the Nano RC, and we have to take it to our terminal. Over here, I have to edit it using this command. Like I have to just paste Nano space Nano RC, and you can see that our Nano RC file is open now. So that is all for this video. I hope you had a great time learning from this video. If you need any help, Vox4 team is here to help you out. Thank you and have a nice day. If you are looking to buy lifetime VPS or dedicated servers, you can contact us and we will be more than happy to help you out on that. Also, we provide you with WordPress hosting and WooCommerce hosting managed and unmanaged. Also, if you want to hire us for some web development or any type of website related work, such as if you are facing any issues with your current website and you want someone to look into it and fix it for you, we are there to help you out. We also provide you with cPanel licenses, direct admin licenses, and we offer DDoS protection attack services. So let's say if there is some issue going on with your current VPS and it is under DDoS attack, we will be there to fix it for you and we can look out for your servers. Also, we provide you with game dedicated servers and one-time payment servers. So, for example, if you are not into lifetime, you can contact us and you can do a yearly or a monthly commit as well for the servers, which will be provided by Vox4 to you. Also, let's say you just want to do some cybersecurity work for your website. We will be there to help you out on that. So your cybersecurity needs are also done with us, and you don't need to worry about anything. Vox4 is in one-stop shop, and you will be very happy to use our services. Also, I would like to tell you that we are having a 24/7 support, which will be more than happy to help you. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.